I just started recording this English meeting. So, hello everyone, welcome to my English YouTube channel, English with Alex. Here today, we're gonna have a special guest. Her name is Ta. Ta is from Cambodia, and we decided to practice English together this Saturday morning. So, hello, Ta. Thank you so much to being here with me. I'd like to hear you. I'd like to you to speak some things. How long have you been since the last time we practiced? Do you remember? Hello, Ta. Can you hear now? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, but how about you? Do you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear again. Go ahead. How long? No, I should say I asked you the last time here. How long did we since we had our last English conversation here? It was Saturday, right? Last Saturday.
Yes.
No.
Let's Saturday. Yesterday, Saturday next, last week.
Nice. And how long?
Saturday next, Saturday last week we have a English speaking session, and we don't have on Sunday. We missed our English speaking session, but today is a very good day that we have um, our English speaking session again.
Nice, nice indeed. And I'd like to start this English meeting with sharing I'd like to share the presentation for you here. Just a second, let me see how we're gonna do it. Just a second, we're gonna do by that. Hope you can see this. And today we're gonna start by talking about working. So let me see here with you. Can you see my screen there?
Yes, Alex, very clear.
Nice. So let's jump for the first topic. So today we're gonna talk about some, I believe, three topics, and the first one it's gonna be work. So let's talk about it. What work do you do in the current days? What is our job? What are you doing for a living? Should I say? What do you do for a living?
Um, I am a student and I also work at the same time. I work as a teacher assistant in at international school, Korean international school.
Whoa, that's awesome. That's awesome. Very good. And let me ask the second question here. What do you enjoy most about your work?
I love kids. I love a little kid and I like to spend my whole day with them. And I found that me myself, I really love to work with children. And I think that I will be a good teacher in the future as well.
Of course, indeed. If you love children and now you're working with children, so that means you are in the right place. So that's very cool. I like it this because I like children as well. I love children and they love me. I don't know for some reason they like to me and I like them. So that's why I'm a father of two kids here. I have one kids. I have one child from 7 years old and a daughter with 12 years old right now. And the third question, what are you main duties? So what you really do while you are working during your daily job? What is you in charge to do at your school?
My duty is about taking care of the kids. Like, I have to guide. I am the one. I am a teacher, assistant teacher. So I have to guide the kids to do whatever they have to do. At school, they have to study. They have to eat well. When they play, they should to respect their friends, and I have to tell them hundred us time to be let's please line up, don't hit your friend. This is my duty. I have to
Oh,
guide.
that's very cool. That's very cool. I love it. So congratulations for your job. It's so important for every children. I usually say for people that our today's children will be the future women's, men's, and presidents, and bankers, and people who take care of our planet, of our world in the future. So if we able to give the right direction for them now, in the future we're gonna have a better future. So that's what I deeply believe. So we must take care
Yes,
of our
Alex.
children.
I just want to share to for those who are watching us now. Yesterday I came across um, the one page that they talk about the kid. It's very important when we can control the kid, let them line up, don't go cross their friend, because it's very important. Whenever the kid they can control themselves, they can wait for their turn. They can wait for their turn. It's very important. So back to my job, I really want my kid to practice this.
Very good, very good. I agree with you. I thought very interesting, and I believe that it's so important to do the best. As I told you, we must do our best for put our kids on the right way, on the right path, because they will be our future. They is our future already, and they will be the human beings in the future, the adults in the future, and then we must be able to teach them the right things, the best things, how they could be a better person, better human beings, and polite, and show love for others, things like that. And now let's change it a little bit here, the questions. I would like to you that invite me to answer these questions here. Let's do it's up to you right now. Feel free to ask me the same questions.
Okay. Yes, Alex. I already answered all the questions that I like you to answer. The first question is about what work do you do nowadays?
Nice. Thanks for the opportunity to share that. So I am occupational safety technician. I work in a huge company here. Honestly, it is an international company, and my job is to prevent accidents and or diseases in their workplace. So to make our workplace better and safely, and that is my main duty here. So I am occupational safety technician. Can
It seems
you
like
answer?
internet connection.
Yes, yes. I hope your connection will be better. But let me see. Hello, Alice. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys clearly. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to see you again. I'm so happy to have you here, Alice. How was your day today? Tell us a little bit about
Nice to
yourself.
see you, Aline.
Oh, it's very great to practice with you guys today, and we're very happy to practice with you guys. And I'm doing great today. Now it is Saturday night in my country, and it is just a typical Saturday for me today. And I got up quite late. I got up at nearly 12 a.m. Because I don't know, these days I felt quite sleepy because every day I stayed up quite late, maybe until 2 a.m. So on weekends, I would like to stay in bed later. And in the afternoon, I had some barbecue at home. I bought a new machine for barbecue, a very small machine for barbecue, and I can do some homemade barbecue. It is very delicious. I like it very much, and maybe tomorrow I will do it again. And after this, after having the barbecue, I listened to some English videos to improve my listening skills. And I also played some video games. It is a very good Saturday and a very relaxing, and I can refresh myself from the tiredness in the work days. Okay.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I agree with you. That was a good weekend, a good Saturday day. So thank you so much for spending this time with us, to spare a little bit time to practice your speaking skills here with us at English with Alex. And I'm so happy to have you here again. And we were talking about, we just got started, Alice. So that's very important that you arrived here with us, because we are at the first slide, we are the first questions. And I just asked it to some questions about the work, about job. And she were out asking me here again the same questions to me. So it's your turn. Keep it going. So ask me the second question. Let's do the same as I did with you.
I hope my internet connection is better.
Yes, that's right. It's your turn.
Okay,
Did
let's
you
jump
ask
to the
me?
next question for Alex. It's the second question. Yeah, the
Yeah,
second
that's it.
question is
Let's jump for the second question. What do you do, or what do you enjoy most about your work every day, or your work? So it's my turn. I'd like to answer this question as I asked it for everyone. So what I really like to do at my job is to helping people understand better their jobs. It's my duty as well. As I told you for the first question, my job is patient safety technician, and my main duty is to prevent accident and disease at workplace, which is not easy. Sometimes I get frustrated as well because unfortunately I couldn't prevent some accidents. Last week we had some injuries. We got some people who were injured at our job, our work site, unfortunately. But we can do some assessments, risk assessments, and we can improve the quality and the safety at the workplace after it happened. And what I really enjoy most to do about my job is to help them and to follow them, to help them understand their job, and to keep you watching them, keep you looking closer at their job. If I had the opportunity to teach them, that's my duty as well. So I must teach them some techniques, I must provide them instructions to their jobs, which will make their jobs easy. So that is what I really like to do. And the third one, what are your main duties here? So my main duties, as I told you before, is to prevent accidents and diseases at the workplace. So it's so important for the companies here in Brazil and all over the world to have no employers injured during their activities, during their jobs. So our main goal is to make their jobs easily and safety. That is safely. That is the best part of my job as well. So, hello, Charmy. Welcome to our English speaking session. How long no see you? Which means have long time no see you, isn't it?
Hello.
Oh, seems to be that we have a poor connection with Charmy again. So, Alice, it's your turn now. I'd like to ask you questions about your own work. So, I already asked it some question here before. The first question is, what work do you do?
Okay. I am working as a data scientist in a tech company. So my responsibilities is to use data to manipulate data and explore and dig some insights from the data, which can help our business improve. So in my daily work routine, I will do some program and try to calculate the data, try to get the result from the data we want, and because sometimes our data set is extremely big, because in our product we have so many users, maybe a billion. I don't know exactly, but it's quite large. So we can just calculate by our hands and our brains. So we need to do this with the help of the program. And besides, I also share some of my research results to our stakeholders to tell them what results I get from the data, what kind of insights we get, and what these insights can help them to improve their business. And besides, I also do something related to build some tools on our platform. Because a lot of data manipulation things are the same. So we just want to make those process just to create those process into tools. Then everyone who no matter they are they could program or they couldn't program, they could use these tools to analyze the data to get the important insights. Okay, that's all.
Very, very important. Your job is so important. I have been looking for some ways to explain exactly what you do, but I should say that you work with data. You work with data. That is the best. I believe that's the main goal of your job. So, but with that, well, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me say here, your job using data to work with, but throughout that you can help the company to understand better how they could improve their how could they improve their duties, their sellings, their and so much more things. So I deeply believe that your duty. Sorry. I deeply believe that your duty is so important for the company to build it and to grow it. So congratulations. That's what I got about your job. I'm
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think you are right. We are trying to use data to help our business. Yes, that's the
Yes.
main goal of my work.
Yes, and throughout your job, you can help your company to reach out more people, many more people, or much more people all over the world. And at the same time, you can use your skills to help the company understand how could they improve their website, how could they improve their tools at their website. So that's very, very
Yeah.
good. Yes, congratulations. Thank you for sharing that. So hello, Tanver. Can you hear us?
Hello, Alex. I can hear you. How are you?
Nice. I'm pretty good, man. How about you?
I am also fine, and now I am studying. And you called me, and you called us, and just now I attended with you.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Charming. Can you hear us?
Hello, Alex. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you for being here again. It's a pleasure to have you here again with us. How long no see you, which means have a long time no see you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Last week I didn't join you with you because of my exams. You know that I told you that I had my exams, so I
Yes.
didn't join. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for being here again, guys. So today's topic, we were talking about jobs. Alice and I and Ta, we both already just answered this question here. We talked about what work do you do and what do you enjoy most about your work and what are your main duties while you are working. So Alice, Ta, and I already answered. So now it's your turn. I'd like to say that Charmy and Denver, maybe it would be not useful for you this question because now you are studying. Okay, so I'd like to change here the next topic. Let's jump and let's talk about this time here, this topic here. So this topic is very interesting, and everyone must to have a great care about how can you answer that. So it's your turn, Denver. Denver, would you like to answer the first question? It's being lady acceptable in your culture. So let me try explain. If you have an appointment with someone else, and that person unfortunately get late for your appointment, so it's common to happen these things. It's acceptable, so there's no problem if you arrive later for your compliments, for your appointment, your meetings. So is being late acceptable in your culture?
Some I think somewhere our country, somewhere it is acceptable, and somewhere it is did not acceptable, because some, how can, some presenting, our presenting is so mandatory. And how can I say, when we are going to when we go to school, and that time it was our class started every day. It was 7 or 8 a.m., and it is so early. And when we cannot get up early in the morning, that moment is so late, and sir, and that moment is so late. That's why we are go to the lately, and we are attended lately our class, and sir definitely punished me. And it it was money, or it was scolding me, sir. And it is so badly affected of our culture. And I think it is better than other sector, because other sector, when you attended, when we are getting a admission, how can I say, when we are our country, some graduation people attended some job interview, and that moment is so in importance, being a 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. And that moments our countries has so many traffic jam. And some people, and for some graduation student, or some admission student, unfortunately they cannot attend it that time. And that's why they forget, and that's why they rejected this interview. And it was so disappointing, I think. And our cultures, so many ways it is so disappointing, and so many ways it is not matter, it is not major problem. And how can I say, it could be, our varsity presenting, our school presenting. Just sir is calling me, and sir punish me. It's not a
Yeah.
major problem. But other things, I think our culture is so major problem is in when a employer, and when a graduation student get a interview, and they apply interview, and when they attended interview, last time they cannot attend it, and they rejected the interview. And they, unfortunately, they could not, and they cannot get a job, and this job. And it is affected on their life. And I think it's two-way different.
Yes,
That's it.
it's so important. There are a lot of times when we do not, we
So,
must be on time. There are a lot of job interview, for instance, medical appointment, and there are
yeah,
so
yeah,
many compromises. There are so many meetings that we do not, we could not be late. You know, if you could be late, we will show disrespect. We will show unpolited that we are unpolited if we arrive late for our compromise, for our appointment, for our duties. So it's most important. So now I'd like to ask you, let me ask you here again to Alice another question which came to my mind. Alice, when we're talking about to be on time on some appointments, some compromise, if the person being late for this, for his or for their appointment or for their schedule, if some persons always came late, what should you describe this person? What could you describe this person that always came later for their appointment, for their jobs, or for their duties in general? Could you talk about a little bit?
Okay, I think if a person usually come late for an appointment and if in the work, he promotes to finish some work in some time, but he never keep his promos. I will have a very bad feeling of this person. I will think this kind of person likes the sense of time, and this kind of person likes to make promise, but he never keeps it. I will never trust this person. And if in the future he promise something again, I will not trust him. Especially in work, I think the trust is very important. Sometimes I collaborate with some team and they don't keep their promise, and I think in the future I will not want to collaborate with them again. Cause them become late. And if they can explain this and tell me that they will never let this happen again, and uh, and if he do so, I will trust this person again, because usually there are a lot of unexpected things happen, especially in work. Sometimes we promise that we will finish other people's requirements maybe at the end of this month, but in this month we have something that has a higher priority to do, and maybe this task is assigned by a boss who is in very high level, who is at very high level, and we can't refuse this. And maybe this task is really important, and so at this time, maybe this will cause the delay. This is in work, and in life, I think sometimes I'm not quite strict to my friends, and my friends are not strict with me. So sometimes I usually get late, and so I confess this it's wrong, and I promise to them that in the future I will try to change this. And sometimes for appointments, maybe I will be late for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Not too much late, but several minutes, because usually I have a very perfect plan. I think that it only takes me 1 hour to take all the belongings with me, to dress up, and to go to the appointment place. But sometimes there is something unexpected happened on the way. Maybe I forget something at home and I need to go back. So, but I think in the future I will not like this thing happen frequently.
Yeah, neither do I, because unfortunately, I already got a late for some important appointments. I unfortunately sleep. I should say that I slept so much. I slept so much at the time, and I wasn't able to arrive at the time on the appointment. But I deeply believe that I'm working on it, and I will never do it again, because it's very important to be on time, just in time on the appointment. And now I'd like to ask you that it's a second question. Are you ever late for appointments? Have you ever been late for an appointment?
Yes, Alex. I no, never, never. I never be late for the appointment. I be on time every day, even at school. I try to go to school to go to class fast as much as as faster as I can. And my teacher, he's also teach me how to be punctual with the the time, to manage my time very well, and to be able to reach the place, join the meeting on time is very good. Even but for my assignment, I used to for my assignment, I used to
Nice.
as my assignment I submit late. Um, for example, like I will give you my assignment has to submit on the deadline is on Friday, but on Friday I haven't finished it yet. So I informed to my professor. So should I submit it um, Friday, Saturday, and he said okay. That's it. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so you ask it for more time to get to not being late. You always ask it for more time to not being late. That's very important because if you note that you will not finish the job or to do this just on time, maybe it's be very important. There's nothing wrong with that. We just needed to asking for more time to reschedule. Maybe sometimes we must call for the office and try reschedule this appointment, try reschedule or get more time to do it. And I just believe that there's nothing wrong with that. So very important. So thank you for sharing this with us. So the next and the last but not the least, how do you feel when someone is late for an appointment with you? Can you imagine that? Maybe you are on a date with your husband, with your boyfriend. Maybe you are on a date with your co-worker. Maybe you just make an appointment with your boss. Maybe you just made an appointment with your friend, and unfortunately, that person does not show itself on the right time. So how do you feel? How you gonna be at this situation? Alice, it's your turn.
Okay. I think I am not a very patient person. In this situation, I usually feel a little angry, and I will just contact this person maybe with phone, with message to know when he or she will come, and how long I should wait for him or her, and. After knowing this, after knowing maybe 10 minutes or 30 minutes later, he or she will show up. I think that will be okay. And during this time, I will just find some things to do. But when I am waiting for some people in the maybe subway station or a bus stop, and this kind of situation, I really don't want to wait for someone for so long because there is no seat in the subway station, and especially in winter, it's very cold. But if I wait for some people in my office, I think that's okay. If this person doesn't show up, if he or she had something urgent to do, I can wait for him, and I can just sit in front of my desk doing my work. That will not waste my time. I think that's okay.
Oh, that's very interesting. You told us that you are not a patient person, but seems to be that you are. Seems to be that you're gonna be very polite. You're gonna be very patient with the person because I should have said for you guys that I should have said that I'm a let me remember here the right word is a former armed man. So at that time when I was at the army, I learned that be punctual, be just in time. It's very important. And when people doesn't appear, doesn't show at the just in time, doesn't show at this as we scheduled to do, I'm starting feel I got my feelings is so bad. I do not. I should say that I am not patient. I'm not a patient person. And but you are better than me, guys. I would like to say that you both are better than me because my English have been teaching me English have been teaching that I must be patient because as you already know, guys, English does not come overnight. So we must spend time and day by day and months by months and things like that. But when it comes to talking about appointment, my wife is well know about that. Isn't well know that I do not like to wait. I do not like to wait so much, and I start to be angry. I start to be frustrated. I got frustrated. I got angry when we must wait for more than expected. And that is okay. I believe that is normal, right? That is being human being. We are human beings. We will not be the same, or everyone will be like each other. But in my case, I'm not so patient. I should try to be more patient, because there are a lot of situation in our life which requires to be patient. But I'm working it. Okay, I'm gonna be better in the future. And now let me see here. Just the next. Okay. Um, should, how long you feel when done? Okay, so let's jump for the next here. I'd like to talk about work, the last three questions here. I'd like to ask you one question for each one of you. And the first question is to be for you, Danger. Let's talk about work, but you can change the topic for your student, because I know that you are not working on the current time. You are an English, you are studying. So I'd like to ask you, is there any other work, or is there any other university, another course that you would like to do in the future? Now you are studying mathematics, I'm right. And if you will not study, if you was not studying mathematics, which other degree you would like to pursue?
You asked me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I cannot hear this moment.
Okay, no problem.
But I got it. It was first question.
Yes,
Is there?
you can change the topic for studies.
No. Can you repeat this question? Ask me. It's better for me.
Yes. So you let me ask you here. The first question is something like, is there any other work you would like to do in the future? But I know that you are not working currently, because you are in study. You are studying your life. So can you change the topic for your faculty, for your university? For instance, is there any other course that you would like to do if you were not doing mathematics, if you are not studying mathematics subject? Would you like to change your subject at the school, at the university, for another one?
Okay. Okay, Alex. Let me explain about this question. And when I decided I will studying on mathematics subject, and my father and my parents told me, and it is better subject, and everyone supported me, and then I choose this subject, and I got it this subject. I but now I feel like so bored, because it is so difficult for me. But anyway, when I day by day, every day, I will struggling, and I get my result. However, and my subject mathematics, but without mathematics, I will choosing physics or chemistry. Both subject
Nice.
communication is so, yeah, both subject communication is so good, and our countries, it is so valuable subject, and that's why I saw choose it this subject. And I feel it is better for my future life, and because chemistry subject student easily get a job. Our countries, many companies and many labs and it was so fascinating for me. It was so impressing for me. But however, recently I am studying chemistry subject with mathematics, because chemistry subject it is so valuable subject for our future. When I get a lab company job, and their lowest salary is 7,000, or sorry, it's 2,000 or 1,000. It's so high salary for our country's peoples, and I belong it, and that's why I am studying now. I am studying now chemistries, and with mathematics. But my major subject is mathematics, and it is my self studies, like chemistry likes my self studies, and my educational studies subject is mathematics. But however, it's not matter. I get a idea on mathematics from chemistries. It's better for
Okay,
me for future life. That's it. Thank you, Alex.
I got you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'd like to ask you, Alice, the second question is for you. What do you normally do when you finish your work every day? So that's the best part, in my opinion. Sometimes you do not see the end of the day. And when it comes, when you finish your job, your work day, now it's time to go home. But after that, what do you usually do? What do you like to do the most? If you had the opportunity to do every day after you finish work, what should be? What things it to be?
Okay. Last year, after every day after work, I would first go to take yoga class to relieve my muscles, because I need to sit next to my desk all day long, and after sitting all day long, I feel that the muscles around my neck, my shoulders, feel very tense. So I think yoga is very good for this. After doing yoga, I can relieve my muscles, and I feel refreshed after taking yoga. And I can forget all the things about the work, all the good things, all the bad things, and I can calm myself down. And after taking yoga class last year, I spent a lot of time on learning English. I sometimes listen to some YouTube videos to improve my listening skills, and uh, sometimes I learn some new English words, and sometimes I also watch some YouTube videos or read some blogs about my work to improve my technical skills. And this is the good part. But usually every night I will do some maybe bad things, relaxing things, such as playing some video games, watch some Chinese movies. Because I can't learn anything from Chinese movies. I'm alright. I have already been fluent in Chinese, so it's just for fun, and read some Chinese novels and things like this to have some fun. Okay, that's all.
Oh, very good, very good. It's. I believe that each person all over the world should have their way to distress. Way to just relax, to have more joyful time, and that's very important. I have the same feelings here. After a long day of the job, a long day of work, I like to come home, of course, and sometimes I like to arrive at home. I don't know how about you guys, but always when I came to my home again after my job day, I like to sit on the table and got some breakfast, a great breakfast. I like to drink a coffee. I like to eat some things at home. Just sit down here in front of my desk and just relax, thinking about general things, thinking about random things. And after that, I went to the park sometimes, at least 3 times a week. I go to the park to just to walk and around, just to make some exercises, and sometimes to I just pick up my dog to go to the pick up my dog to walk. I bring my dog with me. I bring my son with me as well, and we have just a joyful time. And that is very important because this recharge us. This can be recharged, and then this can help you relax. So the last but not least, it's your turn. Will you have to do more training for your work in the future? So that is the question related to update. Can you suppose to hear that you already finished your university, your bachelor's degree, and now you are a current profession, but that means that you do not need to study anymore? Or are you interested and keep it up to date with the new techniques, the new informations about your career? Let's talk about updates.
Yes, Alex, thank you for this question. For me, suppose that I graduate at university and my major is English literature. My plans is not only to study during when I'm studying nowadays. I try to have experience with my career, maybe as an English teacher. And after I graduate, I want to continue my studying. I want to study master degree. Like we call um, uh, what's that? We call that I learn English literature, and we have one more with related to this major too, related to this bachelor degree too, and I want to study it as a bachelor degree because in the future I don't want to not only an English teacher. I want to run a business, like to have my own international school like that. So I want to continue my to study bachelor master degree. Is I yes in the future.
Now
And
that's very important. That's very important.
yes, is I want to run my own business. I have to have a lot of experience. I maybe can is a good time. I went other country to continue my master degree and come back to Cambodia to start my business. Because if we have an opportunity to study abroad, it's very important for Cambodian people because um, outside our country we can get more information, we can learn the new thing, and we can apply it in our country. And I can see so many different international schools in Cambodia that they have different standard, maybe American standard, Australian, and I really interested. So I think that it's very good for me is in the future that continue my study degree and run my own business. That's it.
Yes, indeed, indeed, you are right. That it's so important for everyone all over the world. That's why there are a lot of people, unfortunately, have been lost their jobs because they think that they don't need to study anymore. They don't need to learn anything new, or they think that they do not need to update themselves. So if we do not keep up with our studies, keep up with our the last news, keep up with the last technologies, maybe in the future we will lose our jobs, we will lose our content, our knowledge. So that's very important. Our brain is like a computer, a great computer. Our brain needs to update, our brain needs to reinforce our knowledge, practice, what we already learned, and things like that. So we never will stop. We never will stop. And if you think that your brain needs to stop to learn new things, that is very sick. That is a very sick thinking. Okay, so we must think that our brain needs to improve, our brain needs to develop, and technology have been developed so fast. So we must to follow, how much fast it's necessary to learn and to keep up to date with the new things, the latest news and things like that. Alice, it's exactly what you do. I'm right. It's exactly what you do. You study the last text, you study the last interesting for the human beings, and you share it with your companies. I'm right. So you work with tech, you work with development
Yes.
and data and things like that. How useful is the last question for you here? So, will you have to do more training for your work in the future? How do you fit this question with your own career?
For me, this question.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I have to do more trainings for my work in the future, because as we all know, that the technology has been developed very rapidly, and for example, the techniques we were using 10 years ago are quite different from those we are using today. So for us people who are working in tech company, we need to update our techniques and knowledge very frequently, and sometimes we will have a new project, and the techniques we need to use in this project is brand new, so we have to learn. So learning new things is it is a quite normal thing for us, and I think it's no big deal. Learning new technology is not hard, but I think the hardest part for us is to improve our soft skills, such as the ability to giving a good speech, the ability to communicate with other people, to sell your ideas to other people. I think those soft skills are the most important skills for all human beings, for all the people in our industries. And I think it is the hardest part to improve. And for those people who have been working for maybe over 30 or 40 years, maybe their knowledge and their technical skills are not much better than young people, but I believe they have very good soft abilities, soft skills. Okay.
No, that's very, I love this answer. So that was very good for me because honestly, I deeply believe that my best qualities today, even at my job, is soft skills. It will be soft skills because I like to speech. I like to make some speech of publicly. I like to talk with people. I'm good on it. Sometimes I even think that I spoke a lot. I spoke much more than needed, but I like it to practice and to use these skills in my everyday because that is exactly how I can touch their minds, how I can share them. That it's very important to be safety and to be safely to work with safety. That is the best way to use these soft skills at my everyday job. So if I was not able to express my own ideas, how could I sell my ideas to my coworkers, to the employers? To how can I convince them to use their personal protective equipments, to use their correct equipments to their jobs, and to make their jobs more safety? So it would be impossible. It was impossible without soft skills. So thank you so much for telling that because I deeply appreciated what you just said here. Because soft skills, I should say that it's my strength and points here. It's not easy to develop our English skills, but day by day we have been seeing the movement of our English skills towards the excellence, towards the fluence. So we are here to develop our speaking skills day by day, and that is a very eligible, that is a very incredible path that we have been taking since we started this English meeting. So I'm so happy to be here to practice my English skill again with you, my English skills, and I hope you like it this one as well for this meeting finish here. So Alice, thank you so much for being here with us. Tá, it was a pleasure again. Thank you so much again. And for those who are watching us here from the YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you here with us in the next meetings. It's just up to you and just up to your mind. So come here with us and let's practice and improve our English together.